Geodesic domes. Extremely strong. This one was pre-constructed in the metal workshop. More about that later. What you should know is that this one's made out of galvanized steel and it's really heavy, so we had to use the JCB to help us put it in place. We're busy with 2 projects at the same time, and that's because we have a curing process when the mud's drying. In this way, we're able to keep work and have tea time at the regular hours. Putting the dome in place is not much of a problem, and the very first thing to do straight after is to have the window frames that have been constructed by our master carpenter put in place and then raised very accurately and levelly, and as you can see on the top right hand corner, securely attached to the dome structure itself. The next task that has to be undertaken is to create a kind of a barrier wall out of mud. This will prevent the gravel that we're going to lay down from overflowing over the edges. This wall is perpendicular, so that's not much of a problem. First thing to do is to grab yourself a happy volunteer and get him to do the hard work for you. When he's busy taking a rest, get his friends to finish the job, but make sure to tell them to taper the gravel towards the inside, as you'll notice the dome wall is not perpendicular. Following thing to do is to lay down a few sheets of plastic. This is to keep the nasty creepy crawlies out. After that, liberally sprinkle your gravel all over the floor. Also include a barrier around the edge. This is a fringe that creates a kind of a buffer zone for those bugs. A retaining wall had to be made due to the difference of elevation, and here our expert volunteer is adding the finishing touches. Speaking of experts, we had to call the welder in to add a few very special accessories to the dome itself. A bit of chain added welding wires to the structure will provide us with a hanging space for important things like hammocks at a later stage. Also, the entire structure has to be grounded. This piece of metal will be attached to a copper rod that will be driven deep into the earth. And in that way, everyone will be